Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue crew. I'm Maura, and welcome to another video walkthrough of the Nancy Drew game series. Today I'm playing the final scene, the 5th game in this series, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, that's interesting. There's no audio narration by Nancy of picking junior or senior detective, but what the heck. I'm just gonna go with junior detective like I always do.
Dear Beth, remember Maya Wynn from high school? I'm visiting her in St. Louis. We have tickets to tonight's premiere of the new Brady Armstrong movie, Vanishing Destiny. It's the last screening ever at the Royal Palladium. This place has been a landmark for almost a century, and now in just 3 days, it's going to be demolished. I wish I could have seen the theater back in the 20s before it was turned into a movie house. All the great magicians performed here, even Harry Houdini. There's a lot of public opposition to the loss of this historic building. Rumor has it local activists are planning to stage a big protest out front tonight. The theater will be closed when we arrive, but they'll let us in since Maya is covering the story for the university newspaper. Oh boy, a press pass sure does come in handy. Maya told me she has an interesting lead, and we're on our way to interview Brady Armstrong about the controversy now. I know he's one of your favorite stars. Stay tuned. Maya always gets the full scoop. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
Okay, Nancy, here I go. Cross your fingers, there's a story behind this door.
Go get 'em, Scoop.
Meet you in the lobby.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
Think I'll go check out the snacks. That sounds like Maya. Help!
What happened?
Nancy!
Hey, she's not here. Where is she?
Hello?
Oh look, this button is lit up. That means it must be coming from the women's dressing room.
What?
The color's making it from
Who
that
is
room,
this?
I mean.
Hello? Hello?
I just hung up. Is the person calling back?
You'll never get away with this. Do you hear me? You're messing with
Look,
a wrong
now it's coming
girl,
from the
whoever you
projection
are.
room. See, that
She's a
button's
reporter,
lit up.
and I'm a detective, and we don't scare easy.
This is Joseph Hughes, the caretaker. I'm looking for Brady Armstrong. Said he'd be there. Who's this? And what's all the excitement?
My friend has disappeared from Brady's dressing room. I heard her scream. I think she's been kidnapped.
Now, please try to calm down and tell me what's going on. What's your name, dear?
My name is Nancy Drew. Maya Wynn is my friend, and she's gone. I was out in the hall when I heard her scream. I don't know how they could have taken her.
Disappeared from the men's dressing room? What makes you think she was taken?
I just received a threatening call saying if I don't stop the theater demolition, I'll never see her again.
Whoa. They must have taken her through that secret passageway. Holy smokes. And you're on an inside line. That call must have come from inside the building. We gotta act quick. You check out the secret passageway. I'll make sure all the exits are locked, and then I'll come find you.
Hey, you. No groupies in the dressing rooms. But since you're such a rascally fan, what would you say to a signed autograph from yours truly?
I beg your pardon?
Take a breath and pinch yourself because it's really happening. Brady Armstrong in the flesh. Star of Vanishing Destiny? Go ahead, faint. I'll catch you.
Yeah. I came with my friend Maya to see the premiere tonight. I'm Nancy. Maya was just here a minute ago. Did you see her?
Remind me not to appoint you president of my fan club. So what was your friend doing in my dressing room?
Weren't you expecting her? I thought she emailed you to set up an interview for her article.
All my email goes through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know? Off the record. Any message that says love Brady is just a big electronic smooch from her.
Simone, is that your agent?
Simone Mueller, CEO of my life. My agent. Focus on being wholesomely smoldering, she says, and leave the rest to me. So I do. She's been setting up Premier HQ in the women's dressing room. Haven't you heard her snarling at people on the phone?
I wonder if she knows anything about what happened to Maya.
maybe you better tell me what's going on here.
I heard Maya scream. When I got here, she was gone, vanished. And then I got a creepy phone call from the kidnapper.
But where could they have taken her? What did they say?
It's something to do with the demolition of the theater. The voice said if they knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
Those stinking radicals.
What radicals?
They're the ones who are flipping out over saving this theater. Nicholas Falcone and his tree hugger pals.
Listen, Maya's in trouble and I've got to act fast.
Sure thing. How can I help?
The caretaker was looking for you. See if you can help him.
Roger.
All right, let's look around here for that secret passageway Joseph mentioned. Gotta take this. I'll show you why later. This one doesn't open. It just jiggles.
It's locked.
It's locked. Nancy's most famous quote. Okay, so you pull this lever, and the secret passageway opens. And it's behind these clothes.
I may have to cut this short, Hal.
Now we're in the women's dressing room.
Wardrobe. Can't you see I'm on the phone here?
So that's Simone.
My friend's been kidnapped. Listen, sweetheart, I have a premiere tonight and no stylist for my star. So don't tell me about problems. But this is an emergency. I said scram. This call's priority. Try me later.
Now let's take a quick look. Not much for us to see, but here's one thing I want to show you. You go close enough. Look, that mug has the Her Interactive logo on it, and look, there's that hat from Stay Tuned for Danger. Although it's the letters are changed. Okay, see, if I went to right from the men's to the women's dressing room just out in the hall, it would be locked, so I have to go through the secret passageway to unlock the door. That must be the basement. Well, we're gonna have to move this crate. I'll come work on it later, though. I want to go out and explore. So we need the one here in order to put it on this gum. Why do I need this gum on the one? Well, I'll show you soon. Need it to be able to reach something. First, let's call the police then. And you can call the police either by the official phone number here, or you can just call 911.
St. Louis Police Department.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping.
Is the kidnapping in progress?
No?
Hold on, miss. I'll transfer you to the Missing Persons Unit.
Missing persons, Sergeant McRae.
And the beauty of making phone calls in this game is that they're all done automatically. You don't have to have Nancy pick different conversations to have with the people. It's just all done for you.
No, but I heard it.
What exactly did you hear?
My friend went into a dressing room. I was out in the hall, and I heard her scream. So I went in after her, but she was gone.
When and where did this happen?
Just now, at the Royal Palladium Theater.
And what's your friend's name, Miss Drew?
Maya Wynn.
Can you spell that, please?
M-A-Y-A, last name N-G-U-Y-E-N.
Age?
19.
Physical description?
She's Asian American. I guess about 5'5", long black hair.
So you didn't actually witness anything, is that right?
I heard her screaming, and I received a threatening phone call. That must count for something.
A threat. Can you describe the voice? Was it a man or a woman?
It was spooky. I think they were using some voice disguise device.
Yes. That'll make it impossible to tell the gender of the caller. Did you notice anything suspicious looking in the vicinity?
No.
No suspects. Any visible signs of struggle in the dressing room? Did your friend leave anything behind? Her purse? Anything that might have fallen out of her pockets?
No.
No evidence. Does your friend work at the theater?
No, she's a student at Washington University.
Does your friend have any enemies?
Maya? I highly doubt it.
And what business did Maya have entering the theater dressing room?
She's a reporter for the school paper. She was there to do an interview.
What about Maya's parents? Have they been contacted?
They're in Vietnam this time of year. I don't know how to contact them.
Okay, miss. I'll file this report. After 24 hours, if she hasn't turned up, we consider her a missing person and begin to investigate.
How can she turn up? She's been kidnapped.
Unlikely. With all the scuttlebutt around this demolition, this stinks of student prank.
A prank? But this building is going to be demolished in 72 hours. How can we afford to take that chance?
How do you mean?
The kidnapper must be holding her in the building, don't you think?
Unlikely. No competent kidnapper keeps their captive anywhere near the scene of the abduction. Is there anything else, Miss Drew?
Sergeant, I really
you're
don't
a lot
think
of
we can
help.
afford to wait 24 hours.
It's standard procedure, Miss Drew. Unless you can provide us with some evidence that your friend was taken by force, it's 24 hours.
Thanks, Sergeant. I'll call you back when I have the evidence.
You do that.
Bye.
This has been a pleasant conversation. Okay, now let's talk to this guy.
No teeny boppers till showtime. House rules.
What's that supposed to mean?
Aren't you here to worship at the screen of Brady Charmstrong?
Who are you, his surly understudy?
Hollywood? The fantastic plastic vacuum? I wouldn't go there in a pig's suitcase. I'm Nicholas Falcone, solemnly sworn to lead the forces of Hadit and slay the dragon of corporate generica. Who are you, and what's with the doom and gloom?
I'm Nancy Drew. I was just on the phone with the police.
What are you calling them for? A little taste of your tax dollars going bad?
Well, you're a breath of optimism. What's this Hadit all about?
Haven't you heard? The battle is on. There's a human chain forming out front as we speak. But all that can wait. It's obvious you got a situation. So what's up?
My friend's been kidnapped. I've got to start searching this place.
Kidnapping? That's a high-profile tactic. Somebody means business. So what's the demands?
What's the demands? Don't you mean what are the demands?
Don't you mean what are the demands?
Who are you, my freshman English teacher?
Sorry, but in my experience, people take you more seriously if you speak properly.
So what's the demands?
The phone call was awful. They want the demolition stopped.
No kidding. That'll blast those bureaucrats and corporate bigwigs out of their dream world. Applause for the cause. We need all the help we can get.
Excuse me? We're talking about a girl's life here.
I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but they won't mess with your friend. They just took her for effect. It's called making a statement.
Oh, so this is just a pretend kidnapping. I never would have guessed. Maya's scream sounded so real.
She'll be okay. Trust me.
Right. I need to start searching for evidence, but I'll be back with more questions for you, Nicholas.
Fight the power.
That's his catchphrase, fight the power. Alright, you play this to get a prize. You have to get the note all the way here and make sure it doesn't get surrounded by those other notes. Dum 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 dum. Very catchy beat. Here's a prize. It's a gear with the picture of J.J. Thompson, the original owner. And what we need to do with this wand is grab the other gear here that fell.
I can't.
Don't want to try to reach with just your hand, otherwise you're going to fall and have a fatal accident, and it's game over. So, you might think it goes on here, which it would, but we need it for something else along with the other gear, which I'll show you later.
Watch out there, Nancy. That projector's crumbling like a prehistoric cookie. Watch out there, Nancy. That projector's crumbling like a prehistoric cookie. Don't touch that projector, dear. It's a temperamental old piece.
Here's Joseph.
You must be Nancy. The worry's written all over your face. Well, I'm Joe. I started to look for you, but then I figured better to park myself and let you find me. Any trace of your friend?
I guess the kidnapper must have escaped through that passageway, but all it led me to was a cranky Hollywood agent.
Simone Mueller. I should have warned you. Well, what about calling the police? There's an outside line in the ticket booth.
Thanks, but I already tried that. Standard procedure says I'm on my own for the next 24 hours.
Standard procedure.
I mean, I understand the police can't go chasing after every kid who gets lost at the mall, but this is different.
But this theater's going to be torn down in 3 days. Did you tell them that?
They say it's unlikely that the kidnapper would keep her in the building.
Well, I checked all the outside doors, and they're locked up tight. Only folks who've been in the theater all day are Brady and Simone, you and Maya, Nicholas Falcone, and myself.
How can you be sure?
Well, I've only got this one pair of eyes, so I can't say 100%.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
I was up here in the projector room, sound testing for the premiere. But I'd be disappointed in your detective work if you didn't put me through the ringer like a regular suspect.
Sound testing. Yeah, I think I remember hearing you practicing your MC voice now that you mention it.
I reckon if the kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, they must be keeping Maya somewhere in the building.
Did I mention what the kidnapper said?
Oh, I think so. Or maybe Brady told me when I saw him in the hall. He seems eager to help.
Well, anyway, I agree. She's got to be somewhere in the building, and I plan to find evidence to prove it.
That's the spirit. Now, what's your plan of attack?
Time to start searching. Can you give me a map or some blueprints of this place?
Try calling county administration. The records division keeps that type of stuff. I bet a blueprint would show secret passages that even I've never found. Ask for the original plans, not the ones from the 56 remodel.
When was the theater built?
Completed in 1925. The vision of one J.J. Thompson. Anyway, I spent the last 40-something years finding my way around this place, so let me know if I can help.
Thanks, Joseph.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
I'm going to show you this. Here's instructions about the projector. We are going to need to use it later, yes.
There was a key here.
And we won't be able to find the key. We have to make it, but that won't come until the 3rd day. Because that key machine is out of service. It has to be repaired. Alright, let's go further explore. Let's talk to the suspects again. Let's talk to Nicholas first.
Nancy, what's the 411?
The 411?
Come on, Nancy. That's vintage slang. You know, the 411, the deal, the lowdown.
Oh, the information.
Exactly.
So, humans against the destruction of illustrious theaters. Tell me about it.
This theater's a spotted owl. It's a humpback whale. It's endangered. Illustrious buildings testify to our finest human hours. They should be celebrated, not bulldozed to make way for cardboard megaplexes. Need I say more?
Do you know what they plan to build on this spot after the theater is gone?
Oh, it's very hush-hush. The name of the building firm is Wave of the Future, and the owner is some B. Thompson, descendant of J.J. Thompson, but he's never available for comment. Fishy, right? $10 says B stands for baloney.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
I was outside, harnessing public outrage. Ask anyone.
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
Alright, let's go through here. We gotta explore the halls, learn a little bit about the Palladium's history. Biography of Harry Houdini.
Nancy Drew, Simone Mueller. Don't worry, Vanishing Destiny is off. We've got bigger fish to fry. So you heard about Maya? Of course. I mean, a kidnapping? Right out of my star's dressing room? The premiere is small potatoes. It's worth more to us canceled, or at least postponed. When the news gets out, the whole nation will be watching. I don't think we should get the press into this before the police have had a chance to investigate. Where are you from? River Heights. Why?
Yes, precisely. Huh. River Heights. Listen, doll, I'm from L.A. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. We'll find your friend, or Brady Armstrong will, and when he does, every girl in America will wish she'd been kidnapped instead of Maya what's-her-name.
Earth to Simone. This is not a movie.
But what could be better for the image of an on-screen hero than to save someone in real life, huh?
Oh,
They
yeah, so she
wait
just
their
wants to
whole
use the
careers
for
a chance
publicity
like this.
reasons.
My friend's in trouble. This is not a career opportunity.
Honey, you've got spunk. Ever consider acting? This girl power thing is red hot right now. Of course, we'd have to think of a stage name. Nancy Drew is so utterly forgettable.
How long have you
Cute,
been Brady's
maybe.
agent?
I discovered him on an electric spring morning 6 years ago. He was working the original Coney Dog stand on Sunset Boulevard. It was pure luck. I was craving an all-beef frank at 7 a.m. He's been the jewel in my crown ever since.
Joseph says the building was probably locked when the kidnapping happened, and that the kidnapper had to be someone who was inside the theater. Care to comment?
Why don't you tell that little gray troll that I think he did it, just to keep himself from dying of boredom in this
But
old
why don't you do
dump.
that little gray troll?
That's my comment.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Oh, please, Nancy, I was on the phone, doing business. But if I'm ever hard-pressed for entertainment, I'm sure kidnapping would be a real hoot.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Alright, before I talk to Brady, let me work with the crate to lift it up so I can get in the basement. So that's pulling it up. Yeah, it's red, so we can't go there, do anything anymore, even though it still offers a close-up shot. Just, it's pulled up as far as it'll go. So now let's go in there and explore. Here's one thing we need to look at. Oh, and look at this. There's some kind, looks like a door indentation. Maybe there's this passageway here.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up. Ha-ha. Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye.
Yeah, so
on
you
the
have to
card.
find the ace of spades to win it. But it'll always change. It's always random, so you may get it one time. Otherwise, you may have to keep playing. Here we go.
Don't blink. You might miss something. Ha-ha.
The hand is quicker than the eye. Try again.
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye.
I'm gonna click the
on
middle again.
card.
In fact, I'll clicking there if I have to, because I don't want to keep changing.
Oh, too bad. Try again. The hand is quicker than the eye.
You're given 2 chances, then you have to press play
Find the
again
ace of
to
spades.
start
Keep
again.
your eye on the card.
Here we go.
Don't blink. You might miss something. The hand is quicker than the eye.
So this can always change. Just
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card. Oh, too bad. Try again. The hand is quicker than the eye. Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
finally.
Congratulations! You beat the magician. Don't forget to collect your winnings.
Here's your prize.
Your audience will be dazzled.
And you won't need this until the very end of the game. Need to use it anyway, is what I meant. So, do these all have to be the same symbol? Yes, they all have to be spades. Alright, we have to fix this. There we go.
Something's missing here. It looks like the gears are missing.
Well, that's what these are for. And that key we'll use at the very end of the game, too. We need to look at these. Turns out that J.J. Thompson set up an escape art that he didn't think Houdini could win, and he promised him 50 grand, but he didn't have it at all. So he decided to avoid being exposed as a fraud. He made Harry Houdini his partner, as giving him 50% owner of the ship of the theater. Yeah, it's interesting. They only say gears turning when I do it the second time. Okay.
Any news?
Don't you want to know what Maya's article is about?
Well, I thought you said it was about me.
Well, Brady, you are the center of the universe, but actually, her article was about the theater.
Then what did she want to talk to me for? I'm an actor, not a politician.
She never told me what her angle was. Do you mind if I take a look around in here?
Be my guest.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Me? You think I kidnapped Maya and then breezed in here just 4 minutes later? Where would I hide her? In my back pocket?
Just answer the question, Prince Charmstrong.
Charmstrong?
I picked that up from Nicholas. Now please proceed.
Well, I was late getting back from a haircut. This is hard for me. I think my hairline might be receding. It's miserable. Simone's gonna go through the roof.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
Read this biography about JJ's real name was James Jehoshaphat. Now we need to talk to Nicholas again.
What's up? Can't talk long. Gotta check on my people.
What's your attachment to saving this theater? You seem so personally invested.
Politics is personal, but with this place, it's ultra personal. My grandma, Louisa Falcone, designed the molds for all the insane plasterwork that you see in this lobby and in the auditorium.
The detail is so intricate. You just don't see this kind of artistry in new theaters nowadays.
True. But there's more. I guess the architect-owner guy, J.J. Thompson, ran out of cash before the building was done. He never paid my grandma dime one. And then he denied that she had ever done the work in the first place.
Why didn't he give her the credit?
Yeah, she was the artist type, not a deal maker. I guess she'd never signed any contractual stuff with JJ, and she didn't have the resources to sue him or any of that. So I guess she just had to let it go.
She must have been so frustrated.
Here's the kicker. After JJ sharked her on this 2-year project, she was broke. And then the Great Depression hit. She could never afford to work as an artist again.
What did she do instead?
Louisa, Mother Serenity Falcone, she just kept on trucking in true Falcone style. Died at 97 without a bitter bone in her body. I think she had a happy life, but this theater holds the last artwork she ever did. Don't you see, Nancy? Saving this place is not just for history, it's for justice.
Can't you get some justice now?
My family has been trying for years, but there doesn't seem to be anything on record that links her to this place. Nancy, could you do me a favor?
I think I know what you're going to ask.
While you're searching, could you just keep your eye out?
If I run across the name Louisa Falcone or anything else that might help, you'll be the first to know.
You're cooler than I thought, Nancy.
I try to play it down.
Then I'll have to tell him that I found those documents about Houdini's part ownership. But before I do, it's after you talk to Nicholas, I think, that you can get ask one more question for Brady.
Need me help?
Talk to you later, Brady.
Cool beans. Need me help?
Yeah, ask him why he's interested in helping.
Why are you so interested in helping me?
Well, Maya was kidnapped from my dressing room after all. I just can't help thinking maybe they meant to kidnap me.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
How goes the search?
I found some of JJ's personal documents inside a secret panel in the basement.
Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down.
Did you ever hear about a challenge that JJ Thompson issued to Harry Houdini back in 1925?
Yeah, and?
JJ put up a big reward for this Houdini challenge. He must have thought the escape was impossible. But Houdini did it. And JJ didn't have the reward money.
What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater?
From what I can tell, JJ had to give Harry Houdini 50% of the theater as the reward.
Ha! Serves that swindler JJ right. Nancy, do you realize what this means?
I'm working on a couple of theories.
If Thompson didn't own the whole place,
Whoever
then
inherited
whoever
doesn't
inherited
legally
from Thompson
own the entire place.
doesn't legally own the whole place either.
Which means they don't have the authority to knock this building down.
We've got to find out what happened to his half of the ownership. You keep looking for Maya. I've got a laptop out in my van. I'll get online and do some research. Check back soon.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
Fight the power. Okay, glad to look in here for the county administration number.
314-555-3309.
Nancy, it's Joseph. Where do you see this? Come to the projection room. Nancy, take a look at this.
Oh my gosh, Maya's press pass.
Brady found it.
This should be enough evidence to get the police over here, don't you think?
I should think so. Give the police a call. And then you better go back to your hotel and get some rest.
Just when I have a lead? No way! I've got to keep searching.
You won't be any help to Maya if you get too tired to think.
Okay, I surrender.
Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, so while I'm there, I'm gonna call county administration and the police.
Records, Madeline speaking. Hi, I'm looking for the blueprints for the Royal Palladium Theater. Do you have them on file? Are you a county employee? No, just a citizen on a mission. Okay, well, we do keep blueprints on file. Let's see. The computer says there are 2 sets for the Palladium, 1923 and 1956. Do you have a preference? 1923, please. The original. Would you like to hold while I retrieve them? Sure, thanks.
Oh, and when you're on hold, like 3 times while on this, calling this number, you're gonna get this strange, funny little jingle. You can hear it right now.
Ma'am? Yes, I'm still here. It's very strange, ma'am. They're gone. Gone? You mean someone checked them out? Oh, we don't allow people to check them out. You can bring the blueprints to our reading room and study them there, but they're not supposed to leave the building. I can't imagine where they could be. Hold on, let me see if Charles knows.
There it is again.
Ma'am, this is so strange. Charles says some guy was just in here looking at them a few days ago. What did he look like? Hold on.
There it is again.
Hello? Charles said the guy had a hat on. He never really got a look at the guy. Was he young or old? Hey, Charles, young or old? Energetic is all Charles remembers. Okay, well, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm working on some things over here at the Royal Palladium. Could you do a search for the blueprints? Sure thing. I'll put in a find request. Call back in 5 to 7 business days. Next week? Oh, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of time. Is there any way to expedite the search? I'm afraid not. The guy who does our misplaced material searches just returned from a month of paternity leave, and he's swamped. I see. This is urgent? Yes, it's urgent, all right. But I'll figure something out. Thanks, Madeline. Good luck. Bye.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold missing persons. This is Ramsey.
Hi, Sergeant Ramsey. This is Nancy Drew. I spoke to you earlier today about the disappearance of my friend, Maya Wen.
Hello, Miss Drew. You're going to tell me that you found your friend, I hope.
I wish that were true, sir. No, she's still missing. I'm calling to report that I have the evidence you asked for.
What did you find?
Someone else here at the theater found Maya's press pass. It was clipped to her shirt when she went into the dressing room. It must have been torn off when she was kidnapped.
Or it fell off. Or she just tossed it.
Maya is very serious about her work, Sergeant Ramsey. She never goes anywhere without that pass, and she would not willingly leave it behind.
Is the pass damaged in any way?
No.
Was anything disturbed in the area where it was found?
I don't know. I'm not the one who found it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Miss Drew. If Maya hasn't turned up by tomorrow, we'll definitely be out to investigate. Someone will take a look at the press pass then.
But you said that if I found evidence, you'd investigate the theater today.
I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but we can't go chasing after every kid who decides to take a leave of absence. The vast majority of missing juveniles disappear of their own accord, and they reappear when they're good and ready.
You have to believe me. Maya would never play this kind of game. Nicholas Falcone said he thinks somebody is using her to make a statement.
Nicholas Falcone? Is he involved in this? Are you involved with him?
Haddock is demonstrating against the demolition in front of the theater. Nicholas has set up shop in the lobby. I've spoken to him. I'm not involved with him.
Are you aware of the allegations against Mr. Falcone's character, Miss Drew?
Allegations?
Nick Falcone operates according to his own rules. He'll do just about anything to save a theater, and he's not afraid to use extreme tactics.
What kind of extreme tactics?
You name it. Vandalism, sabotage, chaining himself to demolition machinery.
Is that right?
And last year there was a situation over in Nashville. Just when the oldest theater in the city is about to be torn down, and mind you, Haddock is there in full force, a girl goes missing. So happens she's the daughter of the demolition boss. They go crazy looking for her. There's a call, just like the one you described. Anyway, to make a long story short, the demolition is called off. And 3 weeks later, the girl is seen snuggling up to Falcone in a Memphis coffee shop.
Are you suggesting Nicholas is staging this thing?
I'm just saying that there's more to situations like these than meets the eye. Nick Falcone is a real operator, and he likes to humiliate the police. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon here with this whole Royal Palladium thing and let him make my unit look like a bunch of chumps.
I see.
So you aren't going to have any credit with us if you join ranks with him.
Does he have a criminal record?
Oh, minor stuff. Disorderly conduct, trespassing, yada yada yada. But Nick Falcone can slime his way out of a sticky situation like no one I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for being a royal pain in the neck.
There are no good citizenship awards for it either.
Look, I know you're worried, but for now, there's nothing we can do. And there's nothing you can do either. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm sure you've had a long day.
Well, this has been very informative, Sergeant Ramsey. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Miss Drew.
I heard the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some sleep. I'll keep an eye on things till morning.
Alright, so that's the end of day 1. Now we're at the beginning of day 2. Huh, funeral wreath. Let's go talk to Joseph. Oh look, missing posters. Using the picture from her press pass. Why would they be offering a reward of signed posters of Vanishing Destiny when they have no real ties to Maya?
I'm sorry you had to see that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
I'm afraid Maya's in real danger.
Let's hope the kidnapper just did this to scare you.
Like I'm not scared enough? Like I don't know time is running out?
The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. I don't know how the press got a hold of this, but they're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Where did those missing posters come from?
I can't say for sure, but I can make an educated guess.
Are you thinking of a certain Hollywood agent we know?
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all backwards.
So where will you go after the demolition? Are you planning to retire?
Greasewood, Arizona. My brother Jake is there. It's a tiny town with no movie theater, so we're gonna put one on the map. I got some money saved.
Tell me about that old key-making machine in the lobby. Has it been out of order long?
It's been broken for a spell. The kids lost interest in it when video games came along. But I bet it wouldn't be hard to fix. I'd love for you to see how it works. And then you can make yourself a little souvenir from the Royal Palladium. Or send a key to your sweetheart.
Who is this J.J. Thompson character anyway?
Old J.J. Owner, visionary, wheeler dealer. J.J. loved a magic show. He had this place built with those kind of big spectacle shows in mind. J.J. also happened to love the sight of his own mug in the mirror. You can tell by the way he ornamented the auditorium with his own head.
Sound like he was very vain.
The history of this theater is so rich. I'm surprised the city of St. Louis isn't more interested in preserving it.
Well, they are interested. The Historical Society's been working like the dickens to get this place declared a landmark. But someone downtown has been stalling. They're awfully close.
The police told me Nicholas Falcone is known for using extreme tactics to further his political causes. Why are you letting him use the lobby as his headquarters?
Nicholas has been hanging around this theater since he was a little boy. I know how torn up he is about the theater. This will be over soon enough, and then he'll go home. I don't think he's dangerous, for gosh sakes.
Gotta go now.
Bye.
Alright, let's go talk to everyone else now. First, Nicholas, since he's down here.
Nancy, what's the 411?
You didn't tell me kidnapping was part of Activism 101.
That's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony,
No, nothing.
So you have or have not used kidnapping to further your causes in the past?
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
Maybe you'd better think about being in on the law and down with the truth, Nicholas.
All right, Officer Nancy, chill out, will ya? I'm on your side.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig to my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
Joseph told me that the St. Louis Historical Society is in the process of trying to declare this building an historical landmark.
They've been in that process for years. It's all just a big wad of red tape, a bunch of bureaucratic hocus pocus. Had it's about action, not paperwork.
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
No, he's not here, but look at this book he's reading. Oh, look at this. Negative attitude. Stories of Rick and command if you command the world. These are references to culprits in previous games. Lisa Ostrom from Treasure in the Royal Tower, Dwayne Powers from Stay Tuned for Danger, and these are characters from the same games. Rick Arlen from Game 2 and Beatrice Hotchkiss from Game 4. Okay.
Have you seen the posters? Aren't they fabulous?
That picture of Maya is the one from her press pass, isn't it?
Yes. Thankfully, she's photogenic.
What if she wasn't photogenic? Would you be less interested in helping her?
Not necessarily. I just have to be more creative about my publicity if I couldn't use photos. Brady's out plastering those posters all over St. Louis and every podunk town for 50 miles. He's due back at any time, though, for the press conference.
Press conference?
I've invited the press here today to report on Brady's commitment to solving this case. You know, a few questions, a few photo ops, no big deal. That funeral wreath was awful, wasn't it?
You saw the wreath? Where is it now?
I had it moved out front for the press conference. We want the press to know just how heartless this kidnapper is, don't we? Then it's all the more fabulous when Brady saves the day.
Oh yeah, so it has to be all about
I
Brady
think your
being
phone's
the
about
hero.
to ring. Bye now.
Well, before I go check to see if Brady's returned, I want to get something here. Here you can pick up this quarter, which when it's fixed, you'll need to use on the key-making machine. We are going to need to use that key-making machine to make the key for the projector. But we won't know what it looks like till closer to the end. We'll have to make it picking out the teeth. Alright, he's here.
How are you holding up?
Thanks for finding Maya's press pass. Where was it?
I found it in the basement. The balcony. It was the balcony.
Great job on the posters, too. You market yourself like a real pro.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
I guess I should have my eyes checked. I could have sworn that poster was all about you.
It's Simone. She's relentless. I'm just a hostage on her runaway bus.
That's funny. I don't see any gun to your head. Just a wad of money dangling in front of your nose.
It's more complicated than you think. Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Now we cut to Nicholas. He has something to give us, and then the press conference will start. And while everyone is at the press conference, we can explore further in personal areas like the projection
I
room.
looked in the ticket booth. This woman isn't Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
But it couldn't hurt to give her a call. I'll get right on that.
Sounds like Joseph talking. But I'm just going to make the calls while the press conference goes on outside. Someday I'll make a short video lit with the entire audio of the press conference and the culprit and the suspects talking in it. Okay, let's call you Station Drop Off.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Eustacia and Dropoff?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropoff, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes me nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. have of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died. Does that help?
Do you know what happened to his half? Did he sign it back over to J.J. Thompson?
Return it to James Jehoshaphat, Mr. Stupendous, not on his life. Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family inherit the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his half of the theater to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege. I remember my husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropoff, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said, "You're not dead yet, Sherman, so get up and make yourself useful."
The Library of Congress. You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Sherman around here somewhere. Catfoot coupons. Vincent Jackson repair. Dear Eustacia. Here we go. Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. 202-555-5000.
Thanks, Mrs. Andropoff. You've been a great help.
Save it for my funeral.
Oh, you're real morbid. So let's call the Library of Congress now.
Manuscript.
I'm trying to reach Sherman Trout, please.
Speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Trout. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case that involves Harry Houdini and the Royal Palladium Theater in St. Louis. Eustacia Andropoff recommended I call you.
Yes. Eustacia was most helpful to us when we were assembling our Houdini collection. I presume you'd like to have a look at it?
Yes, please, Mr. Trout. I'm very interested.
Fine. Well, you'll just need to register with the library when you get here and fill out a request for the materials you wish to view. When your request has been processed, the materials will be delivered to one of our reading rooms where you can view them.
Mr. Trout, please let me explain. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to come to Washington, D.C. to do research. I'm hoping you could help me find the document.
Well, Miss Drew, I'm sorry if you have logistical constraints, but please understand my own limitations. The Library of Congress currently holds over 40 million items, contained in 10,000 separate collections. It's the largest and most comprehensive library in the world. I simply don't have time to run research errands for the individual citizens.
Mr. Trout, if I don't solve this case in a matter of hours, the building I'm standing in will be demolished and an innocent 19-year-old girl, a friend of mine, may lose her life. You may be my only hope.
Why is your friend in danger?
She was kidnapped by someone desperate to save this building from demolition.
Then what can you possibly be hoping to find in the Houdini collection that would help matters?
Mr. Houdini was part owner of the theater, and I'm trying to find out who inherited his half or what became of it when he died. I'm hoping Houdini might have discussed it somewhere in his personal documents. If I can prove that the current owner is not legally the full owner, then maybe I can get the demolition stopped and save Maya.
I see. Well, this sounds urgent. I suppose I can take a look.
That would be such a help, Mr. Trout. If you find anything, could you overnight it to me at the Royal Palladium?
Well, I certainly can't send you the document itself. It's a historical artifact now. But I could send you a slide. What's the street address there, if I find anything?
It's 1330 Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101. Please, send the package in care of Nicholas Falcone or myself, Nancy Drew. I can't tell you how grateful I am, Mr. Trout. You might just be a lifesaver.
Miss Drew, I assure you, Sherman Trout is a man of his word.
Thanks so much. Bye. Brady Armstrong.
Okay, the press conference is still going on, but now, now that everyone's there in the press conference, we have to do some further exploring. Let me show you what we have to start with. First, we need to open up that locked drawer in Brady's dressing room, but we need to do that with a bobby pin from here in Simone's drawer. And while I'm here, I'm going to take a look inside her bag. He looks unamused in that costume. Funeral wreath style. You mean she sent the wreath? Oh, brother. Okay, that's important. These numbers right here, I'll show you in a minute. There's some business cards in her wallet. So the code is 813, but to get it from here, it has to be spelled from here to here. To do that, we have to hit the center and then all the corners. While we're doing that, we can take a look at its email, or Simone, it's Brady's email from Simone, which she looks at his email, I mean. Here's an email, the email that Maya sent Brady, and here is his response. Obviously, he never knew she was coming, and Simone was just setting it up unknowingly. All right. So let me take the bobby pin then and unlock that drawer. Okay, this is important because we are going to, the stage technician's guide, we are going to need to bring down the iron cages in order and to get inside a secret room, the magician's room, under the stage. First, but we have to read the instructions on how to do that. Well, with the control board operation, primarily. I know how to do it. I have it memorized, but the 6-digit security code, that's it right there. Now I'll take a quick look because to show you the rest of the pages, even though I have it memorized on what to do. So, yeah, this is the map showing you what's underneath the cages, when you use the cages to get under the stage. But we primarily need to get into the magician's room.
Yes, smart Nancy Drew. You're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
Kidnapper must have ducked out of the press conference and gotten up to the projection room. Alright, before I deal with that, I want to show you this letter to Joseph about his brother that his brother is actually deceased. So why did he lie to us? Okay, so you look here, I can't do anything now. That's because I need to unlock it using that security key. Now you hear that sound, that means it's unlocked, so... Alright, so if it's lit up, that means it works, so... Let me show you that the iron cages are now down there. See? Oh, and we could yell into the microphone if you wanted.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, so let's go onto the stage, get into the cages, one of the cages to start getting into the room. Doesn't matter which cage you go in, either one's fine. A real magic trick, if you ask me. Oh, I love magic tricks. We have to peek through this hole here. Maya!
Maya!
Uh-oh. Did the kidnapper realize we were hot on his trail, so... Now, uh-oh, we're locked in. And she's gone. But luckily, no problem. There's a door we can go through. However...
These pieces won't budge.
Pieces are stuck, so we have to free them, but how? But luckily we have this little elevator, or type of elevator. Not per se, but at least elevation of some kind.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
It's Nancy.
Nancy? For goodness sake. What are you doing down there?
So that's Joseph. He's answering our calls.
Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
I found a secret room under the stage. I've got to check it out.
Magician's room. I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
I found the door, but the pieces that open the door are stuck.
Here, try this. Hurry.
Oh, he's getting up in our face. That's a little spooky, but we have this grease now we can use to free the pieces.
This should loosen things up.
There we go. Nice. I hope that's not a real guillotine.
Rubber is shockproof.
Yeah, and there's a reason she's telling us that. We're gonna have to wear them to protect ourselves against electrocution. Whole book on magic tricks. I'd sure love to learn something like that myself.
She was just here. Her shoe.
Oh, yep, she was here all right, but now she's been moved, obviously. Oh, look, now we're down the basement. I told you that would look like a door indentation, but you hear that sinister music playing. Well, look at this.
The gate is electrified.
Uh-oh. We gotta, and that's why we gotta have this rubber glove. We gotta punch in the code, but we gotta wear gloves to do it. If I try without the gloves, Nancy will get electrocuted, and she screams the most horrific, blood-curdling scream I've ever heard her. So you don't really want to hear it, believe me. I'm not going to show you what it looks like. I'm just going to try to do it. And I should tell you, this puzzle is completely random. You just press them down until they hold the next one, and you do it in the proper sequence. So there's no solution. It's just always random. But makes a horrible buzzing sound. See, so when you get it right, it'll hold down, and then you have to figure out the next number to press. It's horrible on the ears. Oh man, I hate that sound. Oh, finally. Oh, Brady.
Oh, Nancy.
Hey,
I think the kidnapper just moved Maya to a new hiding place. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
I found evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow! Evidence. Where?
I'll talk to you later. I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
So yeah, let's call him what we found some evidence, but first I want to show you this. You can either look up or back away. But you don't want to go for it because that light will fall. And you don't want it to fall on you, otherwise it's game over.
I'm sure this can be repaired.
While I'm doing that, while I'm here, let me show you. Here's the seat that Joseph was trying to unstick. I'm not gonna go down because then it'll just take me back there. So now let's call Sergeant Ramsey popcorn.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold missing persons. This is Ramsey.
Sergeant Ramsey, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Miss Drew.
I found Maya.
You found her? So the case is closed.
I found her, and then she disappeared again.
Good grief. This girl's a regular Houdini. All right. What have you got for me?
I found a secret room under the stage. I saw Maya through a peephole, but by the time I got into the room, she was gone. The kidnapper must have moved her.
A peephole, huh? Are you sure you saw her?
Sir, there's evidence. Pizza boxes and one of Maya's shoes. I left everything where it was so you could see for yourself.
So you think the kidnapper's been using this secret room as a base camp? Well, this is very interesting. It sounds like you've been conducting quite a search.
Now, will you please send someone over to investigate?
Yep. Just bear with me while I try to find an available car. Help is on the
Yeah,
way.
I've been conducting quite a search, no thanks to you.
Hi, Nancy. What happened?
I found Maya.
You found her? Oh, that's great. Where is she now?
By the time I got through that door, the room was empty.
Are you sure you didn't just imagine you saw her?
I'm sure she was there and now she's gone. Don't tell me you think I'm crazy too.
What do you mean gone? She left?
Well, she didn't just get up and walk away. Her legs were tied.
The kidnapper must have moved her.
I found a couple of pizza boxes down there, so at least I know she's not starving.
Evidence. That should interest the police. Have you called them?
Yeah, they said they'll come check it out, but they may not be able to get here for a while.
I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Thanks, Joseph. I am exhausted.
Alright, leave the room. That's the end of day 2. Now we're at the beginning of day 3, but we've only got limited time before the hitter is knocked down. Ransom. No, that's a joke. I wanted to point out I didn't get to earlier. No, we should see Joseph, but before I do that, notice how as each day changes, it tells you what day you're on. So there's no clock on this, as in changing the time from 50 to 15-minute intervals every couple of minutes. It's one of the few games that has no actual time and just tells it for you. Charmstrong, yeah, must be the work of Nicholas, no doubt.
Can you believe this ransom demand coming out of thin air?
Did they get any information on the call?
Apparently, the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City. Personally, I think it's a hoax. But now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building.
But what about the evidence I found?
Are you sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything.
That's impossible. Are you sure they looked in the magician's room?
They searched the whole building.
How could they miss 2 big pizza boxes with leftover pizza inside? What about Maya's shoe?
No trace of that either.
This is so discouraging.
Follow your gut, Nancy. If you think Maya's still here, you keep looking for her, you hear?
I was backstage earlier, and one of the stage lights came crashing down. It almost hit me.
Oh, Nancy, thank goodness you're okay.
I got another threat from the kidnapper. That creepy voice came on the PA and told me to stop searching for Maya.
The projection room? But who? Someone must have ducked out of the press conference. I was so busy with crowd control, I didn't even notice.
Joseph, I did some checking. You don't really have any family in Greasewood, do you?
Now, what you want to go digging into an old man's life for, Nancy?
Everyone's a suspect, Joseph. You know that. If you have nowhere to go after the theater comes down, then maybe you're the kidnapper desperado. It's not so far-fetched, is it?
Now. I am going to Greasewood, and I'm not desperate. I made up the part about my brother so you wouldn't feel sorry for me. You got enough to worry about, don't you?
It's only a matter of hours until the demolition. How are you holding up, Joseph?
Oh, fine. Everything's great. Fine. I was up till the wee hours polishing up the lobby. Heck, I'm even fixing to repair the old keymaker so you can give it a whirl. Guess old habits die hard, eh?
Gotta go now.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
I never thought I'd hear him say that again. It's very rare when you can hear characters say a sentence like that. I mean, Joseph usually just says it after the first conversation. It's rare if you hear it again. So it was nice to hear that.
Did you call? What's the story?
Sure did.
Go on, spill it.
She didn't know much, but she gave me the number of this guy at the Library of Congress who has access to the archives of Houdini's letters.
And what did they say?
Sherman Trout is on our side. Keep your eyes peeled for a special delivery.
Way to go, Nancy. You're on fire.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
What are you doing hanging out with that Falcone jerk?
I'm not hanging out with him, Brady. I'm conducting a search here, and I'll take any tip I can get.
That guy's bad news, and he's certainly not going to help your credibility with the police.
Thanks, Brady, but I've got everything under control.
Just trying to help.
Talk to you later, Brady.
You betcha.
How's progress? I know you sent the funeral wreath. Now where's Maya?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sugar. Listen, the pressure must really be getting to you. I know a top-notch aromatherapist in town, okay? I'll give you her number.
Come on, Simone. Ginger's 24-hour flower-rama? I believe you've been caught red-handed.
You broke into my personal property? I could have you arrested for that.
It's just business, Simone. You do what agents do, I do what detectives do. I'm sure you can appreciate that.
All right, I sent the stupid wreath, but I'm no kidnapper. I needed something for the cameras, didn't I? And it was a very tasteful arrangement. Should have been for $300. Perhaps I went a little overboard.
A little overboard, huh? You're dreaming if you think that's enough to get you off my suspect list.
I don't know why it automatically cuts to that showing that part of the room, but whatever.
How's progress?
Have you heard about this ransom demand?
50 grand, what a joke. Isn't it just like a rank amateur to jump on the bandwagon? Anyone with a pinch of class would have demanded at least $1 million.
Brady seems uncomfortable with some of your, tactics.
Oh, he's just whining because I made him chop off his ponytail. I don't know what's gotten into him with this.
Oh, so that's the haircut he was getting set for which he said he was returning.
If you want your blockbuster career to crash and burn, go ahead, manage yourself.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
I think your phone's about to ring. An interesting way to end the conversation. Okay, so we're near the end, but there are a few things to do before I check to see if that mail has arrived. Oh, here's something to look at. Brady's bag. We need to get this pencil. That will unveil the appearance of the key with the teeth, because as I said, we need to know the teeth pattern in order to make the key, because when the key making machine is fixed, it'll show us designs of what the pieces of the types, what the teeth will look like, pieces of the teeth, what the teeth are supposed to look like. I'll show you when I get to it. Oh, so he's trying to grow his hair. Maya's notebook.
Hey, you.
Don't hey you me, Brady, you rotten fraud.
Huh? I'm afraid you've lost me.
You've been lying to me, playing Mr. Helpful and Concerned all this time. I found her notebook in your bag.
I haven't done anything wrong.
I wonder if the police will agree with that.
Okay, Nancy, here's the deal. My real name is Brady Thompson. Simone pushed for Armstrong, more wholesomely smoldering, she said.
Oh, Brady Thompson. Remember what Nicholas said, the owner of the theater is some B. Thompson. That means...
Yeah, so?
Brady's the
Waverly
owner.
Future Inc., the owner of this theater, great nephew of JJ himself.
But you're an actor. Why in the world would you want to bulldoze a theater?
The place is shabby. It needs major repairs. It's a money pit and a has-been. Not the image I want to project.
Is everything about image with you?
Never underestimate the power of image, Nancy.
You are what you project. Just like that book
And
says.
what is it that you wish to project?
When people think of Brady Armstrong, they think sparkling white teeth and healthy glow. Success glows. It doesn't crumble and sag. The hero never rides a has-been horse.
But what are you going to do with the site?
When I saw these ritzy theme restaurants popping up all over the country, it hit me like pow. My first original idea. Brady Armstrong's Planet Tinseltown. Can't you see it on the marquee? Grand opening. The lights will say it all.
Keep going. You've got a lot more explaining to do.
I've sworn to be the captain of my own destiny. Maya was going to expose me, muck up my name in this controversy. It would have been a dark cloud over the launch of Tinseltown.
And for that, she deserves to be kidnapped?
I didn't kidnap her. I found her notepad in the basement with the press pass. I just thought I'd hang on to it for a few days until the dust settles.
How could you withhold anything that might help me find her? How could you?
Sorry, Nancy. Look, you're not thinking clearly. It's obvious she's not in the building. We've searched everywhere.
She has to be in the building. I know she's here.
You're the only one who thinks she's here. There's no evidence.
Joseph believes me.
He's a confused old codger.
Nicholas thinks she's in the building.
He's an outlaw, and he's using you.
There was evidence. I found a pizza box and one of her shoes.
Evidence that no one was able to verify. Who's to say you didn't imagine that stuff? Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to rally a wrecking crew.
No!
Brady, no!
Well, please fall on deaf ears, so we've got to hurry. Now that I have the pencil, I'm going to check, use it on that spot in the book in the projection room so I can show you the pattern of the key. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Now let's go to the key making machine. Okay, so I got the quarter. So you choose the pattern of the teeth by these letters. If you do it incorrectly, you don't need another quarter. You can just put it back, discard it in there, and make a new one. When it's correct, though, the letters will be shown on the key, and the letters you have to choose are S, I, V, O. Okay, I got it.
Nancy, we could be golden. A package just came from that museum. We may have the goods to stop this demolition dead in its tracks. Check the ticket booth.
There it is.
Nancy, you've got to find out what's on that slide.
I'll talk to Joseph and see if he knows what the...
We can't wait for Joseph. He's probably roaming around saying goodbye to each and every doorknob. I heard they're about to start clearing out the building. You've got to hurry.
Nicholas, I don't think you...
I'll cover for you when the police come in. This is it, Nancy. Go!
Okay, we better hurry then. Let's put the slide here. Oh, the light bulb blew. Oh, no worries. There's one here in the closet. So let's open the projector with the key we made and replace the light bulb. Oh, what's this?
Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
I'm so close. I just need a few more minutes.
Oh, this is from the county administration. Does that mean Joseph took it? Uh-oh, but the police are in here now. We gotta hide before they come in. So we better hide here in the closet.
See anything, Dino? All clear in here, Sarge.
If we don't get in there in time, then we're taken out and it's game over. But we need the few minutes of time left. So now that I replaced it, let's turn the light on. Alright. So he wanted to give it to a young artist, his ownership of a young artist. A woman magician? I wonder who that could be. Now let's look at this blueprint before we run out of time. Uh-oh, there goes the knob. Here it is, let's pick it up. And listen to this.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
That's what we heard at the very beginning. So that was going on instead of Joseph talking. Do you know what this means? Yes, Joseph's our kidnapper. And it seems there's only one place left he could hide Maya.
Another secret passageway.
Wherever this secret passageway will lead us.
Hey, Nancy, I've been looking for you.
Oh, what for?
I've decided I need to get organized, Nancy. Tomorrow I'm really gonna straighten up in here.
There's not going to be a tomorrow for the theater, though.
But Joseph, there isn't going to be any tomorrow. Not for this theater, anyway.
I think a fresh coat of paint would really cheer things up, don't you?
He's, you know, we're talking to him about the Fayette Theater, and he just acts like it's not going to happen.
I know it's you, Joseph.
It
But
is
why?
him, like
Were
I
you
said.
trying to buy some time so the Historical Society could declare the theater a landmark or something?
Do you think the premiere will sell out?
See, he's doing it again.
Snap out of it. Just tell me where Maya is.
Don't tell him she's here, Nancy. I will take her away and knock down the theater.
They're gonna knock it down anyway. Please, we don't have much time.
Don't tell him, Nancy.
I'm locked
He's
in.
locked us in. This clock shows us how much time we have left, so we better hurry. Show where this leads. Oh, remember that key I got? It opens up this. And we need to take this key. I'll show you why. So, as it turns out, we gotta take this with us. Harry Houdini was set to give his half of the ownership of the theater to Louisa Falcone, but never got her signature. Alright, so there's all sorts of keys in there, but I took the correct one, the pink one, to open up this door. And so this shows you the countdown how you have until the end of the game. So we need to alert them that we found Maya, that we're up here before they can knock it down. Look, here she is.
Hang on, Maya. I'll get you out of there. Even Hercules couldn't pull this off.
All right.
I've got to let them know we're up here.
Not so fast, Detective.
But he's standing in our way.
Joseph, please let me pass.
I can't let you do this, Nancy.
I'm warning you. I still got a trick or two up my sleeve.
We're going down in a blaze of glory.
We're not coming with you.
Joseph, you can go down in a blaze of glory if you want, but Maya and I are not coming with you.
You cracked your last case.
Joseph, this is far from over. Now step aside.
It's all over now.
We've still got time for a grand finale here, Joseph.
I never meant for it to turn out this way.
Alright, so since he won't stand in our way, there's only one thing we can do. That prize we won from the magician, put it in his face.
Ah, that light!
Now we can flip the switch to turn on the marquee and let him know they have to stop.
Dear Bess, I still can hardly believe that Joseph, sweet old Joseph, was Maya's kidnapper. He says he planned to kidnap Brady with the idea that Simone could use her Hollywood connections to save the theater. But when
So he
Maya
did plan
entered
to
the dressing
kidnap
room,
Brady,
he
like
panicked
Brady
and grabbed
suspected
her
the
instead.
kidnapper intended to
Plan
do.
B was to stall a demolition long enough for the Historical Society to declare the building an official landmark. I guess he's been at the Royal Palladium for so long, he just couldn't imagine his life without it. But desperation aside, poor Joseph wasn't cut out for a life of crime, and pretty soon things were spinning out of his control. Simone's publicity stunts didn't help. At least he was courteous and kind to Maya through the whole thing. Her testimony should help him in court. The good news is that the Royal Palladium is still standing. Once he heard that Nicholas would inherit his grandmother Louisa's 50% of the theater, Brady decided he'd better find another site for Planet Tinseltown. In order to make amends for things, and because he needed some good publicity, Brady donated his half of the theater to the St. Louis Historical Society. Together with Haddett, they should have this place restored to its original glory in no time. Not such a happy ending for Simone, I'm afraid. She received an official reprimand from the National Press Corps for her stunt with the wreath. Still, knowing Simone, she'll be back at the top of her game in no time. So, here ends the longest 3 days of my life. The premiere of Vanishing Destiny is back on. But I think this detective is going to wait for it to come out on videotape. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
Alright, so that concludes my video walkthrough of the final scene. I hope you guys enjoyed it, just like I hope you're enjoying all my other videos, and we'll enjoy those that are still to come. I remember soon after I got Treasure in the Royal Tower, I got a few of the other earliest games, and this was one of them, along with Stay Tuned for Danger and Secrets Can Kill. I really don't remember which one I started playing after Treasure in the Royal Tower, but I did still play them when I hadn't finished that, and yet after I finished the one game, I decided to make sure I finished the other few, since I never did. Alright, so I ain't got much else to say, and it's a few some moments before the final moments of the credits roll, but I'm just gonna end it here and say farewell. Again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hope you enjoy the next videos that are still to come, and I'll see you guys in the next walkthrough. Until later, bye for now.